Radio.
Testing 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Oh, testing
check.
1, 2. Testing 1, 2.
Oh, Lord.
Dark Cuz is here.
Yeah.
Dark said. I saw the highlights of SmackDown, but once again, I failed. I did not watch any wrestling this week, unfortunately, except for highlights of NXT.
Yeah, I'm fading a
and
little
Hollywood
bit too on like the keeping up the weekly stuff. I haven't watched any Raw. I didn't really get through Dynamite. It's maybe it's those lulls before the road to WrestleMania kind of starts and we get right back in it. But it's tough to.
Even though some of the storylines are good. I mean, speaking of because you watched all of Halloween Havoc, right?
I did.
Was it good? I still haven't finished the whole show.
Which match did get a little too gimmicky? But yeah, I mean, other than that, it was a good, the matches were good, solid like always. There was just one match I didn't care for, where they got a little too gimmicky with the Halloween stuff. But I mean, it was still good.
The tables, ladders, scares one, or was it not that one?
No, actually, that one was okay. That one was fine. I thought they were going to get stupid with that. I mean, they had like some Halloween, themed weapons, but it was supposed to be for chairs. It represented the chairs, the scares. So I'm glad they just kept it like that. Like, what do you do? Hit him with a blow up doll of Michael Myers or something?
Cute.
Like,
I think he's so cute. Him and Triple H are getting all confident now.
I know. They gotta slow down a little bit though, because sometimes they could make bad decisions. Well, I guess we should talk about the people who got released.
Notice they put their credits on the end of every show now, doesn't it? Say executive producers.
That's so weird. I don't
Paul
like that.
Levesque and Sean Higginbottom.
It reminds me of WCW back in the day. Remember in the 90s, it would be like producer Virgil Runnels, which is Dusty Rhodes, and they would do the scrolling up credits and all that stuff. And I never liked that. It's like that just reminds me that wrestling's not real, so I didn't like it. I don't like them doing that at SmackDown either. Just put the little symbol on the bottom that says WWE copyright and just fucking leave it alone. Why do you gotta do that?
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, we get it. We know you're booking it. So
yeah, we'll see how this rest of this show gets booked. We had releases. Baron Corbin, unfortunately. God, man, that's the one. I was actually surprised. But he may have been a Vince guy more, right? Like, I don't know.
What do you think about this? Because this is what I feel about Baron. Because I know that we've all been fans on the podcast of him, but you and I have always been like, dude, Baron's fucking good.
Yeah.
I gauge wrestling fans. Every wrestling fan doesn't mean they're dumb or smart, depending on who they like. But there's certain people where I'm like, what do you think of Baron Corbin? They're like, he fucking sucks. I'm like, you're not a good fan.
Yeah.
Like, and then I just don't talk to him anymore.
True.
Like, because I can't relate to him. He's one of my barometers where if they're like, no, dude, he's a hard worker. He does everything he's supposed to. I'm like, that is the right answer. And that's the only answer I'll accept because he is a good wrestler he did do everything he was asked to do. And he learned Vince's format. Is it a shame maybe that he didn't, wrestle anywhere else? Of course. And maybe he is now. I don't know what he feels about that. I think he has a lot of outside stuff because I know he does like a lot of barbecue stuff on all the social media channels. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know what his wife does or anything like that. So maybe he'll just start a side business and wrestling's all behind him. Who knows? Maybe he was fine with that. Like we don't know if like Triple H came to him and said, "Hey man, like your contract's gonna run out or whatever. What are you thinking?" I don't know, man. I'm thinking maybe I might just take off for a while. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's not worked into the main plans. He's not in the main event or anything like that, which is a shame. But yeah, he's done great stuff. He's one of those people that, like Dolph Ziggler, you'll always look at and be like, he never lived up to his full potential. Or it sucks that they didn't use him right. I'm like, underrated. I mean, he also had a hell of a solid career, and he's been with WWE for at least 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Like,
NXT
so
Black and Gold.
He started out NXT and came up from there. So he's had a hell of a career, Any stretch in a company for 10 years is successful. I don't care what
especially with all the gimmicks
especially in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Dude, everything they put on him, he succeeded with it. That bum Corbin, that happy Corbin, the Vegas stuff, everything he did, he made to gold.
That was so good.
It almost we're trying to bury him.
He is responsible for bringing out Braun Breaker's personality.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I don't think they really knew what to do with him, the Lone Wolf stuff or that was so good. Not Lone Wolf. What were they called?
Wolf Dogs, the tag team.
Yeah, the Wolf Dogs. Yeah,
I
just
liked it, though.
and it brought like this humor out to Baron and to Braun, and I think that's necessary. And Corbin was a huge part of that. Like just having that personality and having the the humor, like to get Breaker over a little bit, you know, and to kind of just tell him it's okay to be a little silly, you know, like it's fine. People will actually gravitate to you more when they see that you kind of have like a funny side. You can still be a badass, you know, like he is now, but so many people remember the Wolf Dogs. Like I guarantee it. Like they just remember like, oh, that was funny. Like, so we see it in Braun Breaker because of Baron Corbin. And that's what a lot of people just don't give wrestlers like Corbin credit like that. So it sucks. But if he wants to go, or he's like, you know what, man, my run's over. It's all good. Like, you know, that's good for him. You know, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't like. I wonder. I don't know what it would precipitate. There's got to be a spot for him with so much going on. Like,
sure.
And there's only 3 people got released. So maybe it was like, what do you have for him? It's like, we don't really have anything. You can hang around NXT if you want, and make young guys if you want, but we're probably gonna new contract. We're gonna pay you less or whatever. And he's just like, no. Or maybe he's like, I'll resign, but I don't want to. I want to work less dates, or I don't know. That's just it's very, very strange. He's a good hand, as they say.
Yeah, I don't see him going to AEW.
He could just want to go. You know, after a while, your body starts hurting, and he probably realizes he's only in his 30s, right? He's fairly young.
He's like 38,
so,
39.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, maybe you just get out at that time. You know, you're
they
done.
Could.
It's gotta hurt. Yeah, I mean, he was roommates with Pat McAfee when they played for like the Colts together or tried out together.
That's right.
Like,
oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, he might even do stuff with him. You never know. Like, and yeah, he's got a big following now. Not like a huge following, but I'm sure he has enough notoriety to where like his YouTube channel and all of his content that he's going to create is going to make him enough money, probably more than likely. I mean, I assume. So he can just keep doing the cooking stuff, the cigar stuff, man. Like do all that stuff. You know, just chill now, just relax. You've earned it. He's earned it.
The less bumps, the better. Yeah, right. That's probably the whole goal.
He could probably get a backstage role. I'm sure he will. Maybe for NXT.
Who knows? Something. Maybe in a while he'll start commentating, or we'll see him at the panels and shit like that. You know, like so. You never
I could
know.
see that. I could see that happening too. Yeah, like Wade Barrett, he could just end up being like that. And he is funny. Baron Corbin's funny. He cracks me up. So I think he would be a good commentator. Maybe.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah. So that
and end of days is a badass finisher too.
Yeah, I love that finisher.
Yeah.
Go back and watch him and Rhino tearing up at the tag team division in NXT Black and Gold. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Them versus American Alpha, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. That's still one of my favorite tag team matches from that brand.
There's so many great things from that era.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they're doing good too now. Like, but
they're doing good now for sure.
The women's division is ridiculous now.
Yeah, they're just stacked.
It's
and they got Jordine now. She's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if she's gonna eventually sign with them. I know she's still with TNA, and I don't even know. I think until like next year. I think. I know there's a few of them. I think Moose too, right? I think.
Yeah,
Moose keeps wanting to come to WWE.
Yeah, they need to get a hold of him.
Yeah. Well, they just need to start. Like, it's cool though. I mean, like the relationship, the NXT TNA like working relationship is so much better than the TNA and AEW one, because it's like they're exchanging talent. They're trade. You know, it's not like WWE's just dominating all the TNA guys or anything like that. You know, they're actually having competitive matches back and forth.
Vince would. If Vince ever did this, Vince would probably be like, I'm going over, you know what I mean? Your exposure is reward enough. You're going to be on TV. You know, that's the way he would think about it. But
well, and it is like, it's a trade-off, because it's like they are sniffing around Joe Hendry. They are sniffing around Jordan Grace and whatever. Like, so yeah, they could lose their best stuff, but look at the attendance they had for Bound for Glory or whatever they did last week. It was incredible. That house was pulling more people than
more interesting.
A-dubs.
It's the most, I mean, I'm glad to see TNA back, because like, you know, coming where it came from and where it almost got there, you know, like in the late 2000s, I think it was like 07, 08, 09, where Kurt was like at his peak there. And then, I mean, you know, for TNA anyway,
Kurt was there.
Perk Angle and Samoa Joe and all that stuff. Like they were right there. Like Booker T was there. Main Event Mafia was kind of like doing really well.
Perk Angle was
and
great.
Like
he was a little unhinged a little bit.
Perk Angle was great.
Yeah, he was great.
But and it came and then it just fell out. Dixie never really knew what to do. And you know, I think Dixie gets a bad rap too for no reason. But well, I mean, maybe reason, but I mean,
what about me,
she just didn't know a lot about. Yeah, she fell for the Bischoff and Hogan, you know, hypno. I want to get to the next level. Can you get me to the next level?
Well, brother,
$1 million a week. I can.
These 24
it's fucking crazy. Yeah, she just didn't know how to get out of her own way, and that sucked because TNA was so. They were doing like their ratings on Spike for a non-WWE brand. They were doing like 1.3s at a time. Like, you know, that was healthy for a non-WWF brand, you know, like, so they were so close, I remember. And then Austin Aries got over, and there's so many like people that were just right there. I mean, they were right there, and then it just fell through because they fucking believed, they felt that they weren't going to get to that next level, and then they needed Hogan and Bischoff, and they just killed their own brand. Like, It's just terrible. Like, it was just awful. And then Dixie fucked up her relationship with Spike and the network, and that went down the shitter, and they were done after that. And so it's amazing, A, that they didn't go to business, and B, that now you look at them and they have been reborn. Like, it really is like a huge accomplishment. Like, and it sucks that with Scott D'Amore, is that his name? The one that was doing it for a while.
Yeah.
He was a real reason why they came out. Yeah. And now they're just kind of riding off his coattails. But I mean, it's really been a long journey. So I'm happy to see TNA back, man. That was, it's crazy to think about. They were around for over 20 years, right? Like 20 years. No, 22. They started in 02.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've been around for 22 years. Like, they have a huge ass library.
Fuck, man. They're the new Kia cell phones of small wrestling promotions, because they're just outliving and outlasting everything. Yeah, and I'm glad that they're doing it. I know I didn't really watch them too much back then. I was a pro WWE guy, but
competition's healthy, right?
I've always loved competition.
Swallow everything up, and that
I've always been attracted to non-WWE brands. I'm always attracted to them, and I love WWE now. Like, they're amazing. Like, it's awesome. WWE's fucking wonderful right now. It's just because it all feels good. I don't have to agree with every decision they make. It just feels good. And I feel like everyone's in good hands, and, not everyone could get over. When I'm in a place where as a fan, I can sit back and be like, not everybody can be world champion. Like, that's a good place to be, because it's like so many people are over. Not everybody can be top. There's got to be a mid card. There's got to be, it's got to be a structured top to bottom. When people are bitching, well, you need to put the title on Jay right now. I'm like, why?
It happens fast now. Like someone could be having like a little momentum, and then they go a couple weeks without it, and then it's like, oh, career ruined, or frustrating time for this wrestler, and like they got,
because
like,
you want to know why? Because like we've talked about it before, Vince just ruined everybody. For 15 years, that's how Vince was booking, and then with no competition on top of that, besides TNA. It's like he just programmed it into all today's fans don't really remember what it was like during the Attitude Era. We do, because we grew up in it. And, I started in the 80s, but like we grew up in the drought of the early 90s about how bad that was. And then like it just got like better. And we came up. There's so new wrestling fans now. They're looking back on the Attitude Era like we did when in the rockin' 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I have to remember how young a lot of the fans are. They don't know any better. And so they got used to the, 2016, 17, 18 WWE, which was 50-50 booking and just no rhyme or reason and blowing angles in 3 weeks and being done with it. And, now it's like, like you said, now they're impatient because the internet was like perfect for the way Vince thought. Vince almost started booking for the internet, which you should never do. Like of just, oh, that's not working after 3 weeks. Cool, scrap it. Let's move on. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just Triple H and Shawn don't believe in that. Like they believe in stretching it out. I mean, they were raised in the 80s and 90s, so they remember what worked. They're like breathing things out is good. You never want your viewer, if they missed 1 week of your television, to feel like, oh man, I missed so much last week. I can't do this anymore. I'm way behind. You never want to do that with Triple H. I say it so many times with Triple H and Shawn's WWE/NXT. Like, I don't feel that way. If I miss it for a week, it's so easy to fucking catch up. And Dave said it, I think, a couple weeks ago. You can look at all the clips of social media on your Instagram or whatever, the reels and all that stuff. Like, but man, it's just so easier to follow now. And you don't feel totally lost if you miss a week. And that's the key. They're in this fucking sweet spot right now where, they're going to go up and down, but the bottom's not going to be so, like, you know what I mean? It's not going to be such a big bottom when it does go down. It'll just be, storylines are kind of flat, and then they'll hit another stride. It's like if they keep this up, like this is energy for like another 10 years.
There's just no way they're going away tomorrow, right? And no one is chasing them minute for minute or whatever. Like they're not dying in by the 15-minute ratings like they used to when they were head to head with WCW. So it's like they have such a machine. You could plug anyone into, like, no one's bigger than the business anymore. So you can plug anyone into it and it almost kind of works. So and you don't have to know who they are. Like they've just got the machine, the slickness, and the promo, and everything.
Didn't Rhea just get injured again? But she'll still be on TV in some way, shape, or form.
Her eye socket.
Yeah,
I guess they did it on the Liv, and when Raquel came back, I think. And I remember seeing something. I think I remember seeing that headbutt, and I was like, God damn, that looked close. And I guess the headbutt got her in the orbital socket.
Damn it!
No,
fucking mud shows.
Don't hurt my baby. Don't you hurt my baby?
I know.
Unsafe. Fucking internet idiot.
But it was Nia that did it.
Yeah. She stuck her head in there in the last second. Like
she ran over and like leaves. I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow's Crown of the Jewel.
I love when we have a morning pay-per-view.
Do you know what made me laugh so hard today? Apparently, the best thing about this whole stupid idea of that stupid belt was the belt and the design of the belt. The belt's not going to leave Saudi Arabia.
No, it's not.
The winner's going to get rings.
I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be like a Super Bowl
ring. What the fuck are we
ring.
doing? Like, I love it. You've completely stolen another $1 billion from the Saudi fund. Congratulations, everybody. Like, the belt will stay here. Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
But it's cool. Well, no, it's cool too because then he said, like, we'll see how many rings everyone can collect. You know, like that's the whole thing too. Is like,
keep the cash coming.
That's fine. Whatever. I might get one of those.
Yeah,
rings.
it's fine. I mean,
just kidding.
Rings are fine, but don't because the belt was the only that's kind of cool looking.
I thought it looked nice. But you know what was funny though? It was funny because because then they started chanting. Okay, so what do you say? Oh, because they started chanting NXT, and he's like, "You want to see NXT here in Saudi Arabia?" No, yeah.
Oh no, they were chanting WrestleMania,
and then they chanted they chanted WrestleMania after. And that shit was fucking funny. He's like, "Yeah, WrestleMania. It's in Las Vegas."
no, boo.
So we're not wasting WrestleMania over here, guys. Can you get me?
We're never gonna do that.
Never gonna do that here. It's all greatest WrestleMania 2027. The Line City.
Hologram Andre versus Hologram Hogan.
Every match is for like a Crown Jewel championship somehow. Like every match at WrestleMania there.
No, they'll get the real Hogan for that one. They'll get real Hogan versus Hologram Andre.
Oh yeah, he's available.
It's fucking great. Imagine him trying to pick him up for the slams. Like, oh brother, oh brother.
So, and also too, tomorrow we have 7 matches. It's a little bit bigger than the normal 4 or 5 that they've been doing.
It's a little different, you know, Crown Jewel.
We have a 6-man tag match, which I'm really interested as to why they didn't save this. But I mean, again, they space out the storyline so well. What am I complaining about? It's going to be Roman Reigns and the Usos against the Bloodline, Solo, Jacob, and Tama. Tonga is not going to participate. He'll be in the corner. So that's going to be probably a really good match on top of the fact that the storyline is going to advance pretty well.
And Roman yeeted today in SmackDown to like close the show. Did you see? That's how they solidified.
No.
Roman goes yeet, which I thought was kind of cool. Apparently, Jay gave the promo of his life, saying like, "I'm not your right hand anymore. We're equals." So I guess it was an excellent promo from Jay.
Missing out some good stuff.
They turn on Jay. I'm like, God damn it!
What's gonna happen?
Yeah, Jay turns on them. Goes to Solo.
Imagine that.
Fucking ruin his career.
There's got to be some. I mean, obviously not tomorrow. There's not going to be a twist like that, but there's got to be something in the works.
You see, they're teasing Sammy. Like they saw Sammy talking to Solo last week, or whatever.
Right.
So they're teasing that Sammy is. But I like it. They're doing it because they don't want to make Sammy going back with Roman and the Usos an automatic. They want us to think twice about it. So Sammy's absolutely going to end up going back with Roman and them, and it's going to be a Survivor Series match.
Give me War Games.
That's why we're getting the 6-man right now. You know.
So they're gonna tease like Sammy, and Sammy, didn't he pull Jay aside last week on Raw and just say like, no man, like he was actually shitting on Roman. He's all, that guy is the one that belittled you and pushed you down and kept you under his thumb and didn't let you grow. And he's like, now the second that he goes away, look at you, you're main event, you know, you're Jey Uso, you're won the Intercontinental title, you're your own person now, and you want to go back to that guy. And then that at the end of that episode, he went to try to find Sammy, and that's when he saw Sammy like talking to Solo outside of his car.
Yeah.
So like they're trying to make it seem that Sammy won't go, but Sammy will. He will.
You want to go to Waffle House with me, Solo? Okay, yeah.
So Sammy, Waffle House, remember?
And then we have a fatal 4-way match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Jade and Bianca defend their title against Damage Control, Metaphor, and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. I'm sure that will be fun and good to watch. Triple threat match for the United States Championship, which I'm looking forward to, is Los Angeles Knight defending against Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. That's going to be good.
Oh, wow.
Singles match, which also will be good, I think. Randy Orton against Kevin Owens. That should be really good.
Oh, yeah.
Also, another singles match, Seth Rollins against Bronson Reed. That should be really good as well. I'm really excited about that. And then
come on.
The champion versus champion for the inaugural WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship, Liv Morgan, who's the Raw champion, to take on Nia Jax, who is the SmackDown. We got some shenanigans from Tiffy, probably trying to cash in. I think we talked last week. I think maybe this will be the cash in, just to get people talking. Who knows what title she's going to win? I'm sure it'll be Nia's if it's anything.
Cash in, yes.
Something big, yes. And then the main event is going to be the champion versus champion singles match for the inaugural WWE Crown Jewel Championship. Gunther, the Raw World Heavyweight Champion, will take on Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE Champion. That should be a good match on top of the fact that, again, like I think...
How do you book that one, Jess? Cuz, how do you book that?
I'm going with Gunther, brother.
I think Gunther should win it because... Needs it. Kevin Owens is in the building. And he turned on Cody, and so you got a lot of different things, I think. And I don't think that it would hurt Cody if he loses, especially if it's like chicanery and cheating and all that stuff. Or, what if Randy comes in there and tries to help Cody, but it backfires, and now you got tension between Cody and Randy, which I would love to see them at Royal Rumble or even Survivor Series. Or maybe it's going to be a triple threat with Kevin Owens, Randy, and Cody, like at Survivor Series, and then the War Games match will be a 4-on-4, so they don't need Cody involved in that. So who knows, Or they do that for a Rumble.
On paper, man.
Because maybe they try to get together and it tries to be like Randy, Cody, Owens, and one other person on a classic Survivor Series team, and then they can't get along, and then now we have a triple threat for a Rumble? I don't know. I just work here.
We never know. We don't know what's going to happen.
I watch wrestling because it's my job, everybody. So, and then Bobby Lashley is all elite.
He's all elite
on AEW.
He did show up.
I liked it. I liked the setup.
He looks good.
I liked him. The match with him and
sounded
Swerve.
Pretty good. Yeah. It was...
he didn't do your favorite thing with this.
I know. I saw that. But the way the music sounded, I was like, he's gonna fucking do something.
When he came down, I was I was giggling because I was like, if he did it, I was gonna text you right away. And then he did.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like,
this is stupid. Yeah. But yeah, he came out. He clotheslined the shit out of Swerve. I'm interested in what kind of group they have. I guess it's going to be the Hurt Syndicate. I don't know if they've announced that yet, or if that's the name that AEW copyrighted. I'm not sure. But it's going to be the Hurt Syndicate. So I look for them to add a fourth member.
The Hurt Collective, so it could be THC.
I'm glad they didn't just try to put Swerve with it, because Bobby should be the crown of that.
He should be.
And I wouldn't want Swerve in the group. Or, it would have been fine if they brought them in together and then Swerve ends up separating himself because he doesn't like what Lashley wants to do or whatever. Like, they could have done it that way. But I like this. I like that it's going to be Shelton, and so that means Swerve's got to go get somebody to kind of help him out. You could get a couple tag matches first, because I would not waste Lashley in a singles match.
Imagine they
how
Wardlow
desperate
him.
they get.
What are they Wardlow him?
Yeah, I just don't but I think he should be hurting people. Like, it should never be 50-50. Like, if Lashley puts that...
Wardlow him?
Yeah, if they Wardlow him. If Lashley puts the full Nelson on, he should be just laying waste to people. So I think that Lashley should be just killing people like left and right.
I mean,
we'll see.
He's on Collision in 2 weeks.
Probably. Fucking stupid.
I mean, sadly, Ricochet's already on, and I'm not complaining. It's fine. He's whatever.
Oh, come on. Why is he world champion right now?
AR Fox on.
Well, no, that's the thing though. Is people say that, and I'm like, well, would you really?
People will say that.
Yeah. It's just silly that people are like, "Whoa, he wasted his time here." I'm like, look, he gets more creative freedom there, guys. And he could wrestle how he wants. He doesn't get held back. He doesn't get told, "No, not on Raw. You can't do that." And he probably wrestles less. I'm assuming for AEW. So it's who cares if he's a mid-carder there? Who fucking cares? Let him be a mid-carder. I'll watch him, all the time. It's fine. I never thought that, he's going to go and be a world champion over there. I never thought that. So.
But he won the Intercontinental title. He won a couple titles over there, so.
Yeah.
He accomplished some things over there.
I think they are killing Rampage, too, with the new deal, so that's good.
Yes.
But they're adding another one, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's a reality show or what. I think it's going to be some kind of Max exclusive or something like that. I can't remember what it is.
And then I think Ring of Honor is actually working on a TV deal now, which is good, because nobody's bought... Even the hardest of hardcores don't buy.
I honestly don't know who's going to watch Ring of Honor.
I couldn't even tell you if that product's good or bad, because I never fucking watch it.
How are they going to even have a TV? I don't understand how that's going to happen. Unless, it better just put it on the stream.
Oh yeah, exactly. That should be part of your monthly thing. If you get AEW on Max or whatever, it should come with all Ring of Honor shit.
Cable networks are dying, so if you want 150,000 people on primetime, which no one gets anymore, you give it to someone. We'll find it. You get 100,000.
Yeah,
because I don't think they're making any money on paying per subscription, so you might as well.
Because Ring of Honor, what's it on right now? On YouTube, or is it on the Ring of Honor Club?
It's on the Ring of Honor Club.
Yeah, it's Honor Club.
It just seems like you would get money from revenue if you just did it on YouTube.
Well, especially because he's not making money with Ring of Honor. That's not one of his primary sources. So yeah, dump that shit and then put it on YouTube for free. and then have their pay-per-views
probably
charge
make more than what they're making, paying like $10 a month.
Charge $20 for the pay-per-views, or have their pay-per-views Max specific whenever they get going on there. That way, like, you can watch it for free and want to watch it and go, yeah, dude, I'll get a subscription and watch all AEW's library, all Ring of Honor's library, and the current Ring of Honor pay-per-views. I still
don't know how this current streaming deal is going to work. Like, does anyone know the?
No, they don't. They don't believe in telling you anything in AEW.
I don't know if that's been sorted out yet. I don't
because
think
all that's do it is actually making people think like, oh, it's going to be the fucking worst way that they could do it. Watch, like, because of some of the
maybe
details
that's why
that came
he
out.
sets the bar so low, and it's actually going to be decent. We're going to be like, that's fine. Like, but yeah, everyone's thinking like it's going to be fucking terrible. He's going to fuck it up. Like, it's gonna.
I mean, he already did say. Well, didn't they already did say it is going to be the like. Where you still have to pay for the pay-per-view, but it's like going to be discounted. Isn't that what he said?
I don't know if he said. I don't know if he said that. It could have just been something like that leaked out online. I don't know what's official. Like,
tell you what, special announcement this week on Dynamite.
If WWE goes that route, I'm not going to be fucking paying for WWE pay-per-views either. Like,
I wouldn't either. I'll just get WrestleMania and SummerSlam probably, like the big one, the big 5.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I'm not getting like fucking Crown Jewel or Bad Blood or anything like that. Like for any kind.
They all make it to where it's like, God damn it. It's gonna be so good.
Well, you're gonna get commercials.
Yeah, the main event of Bad Blood is Cody and The Rock.
Stone Cold and The Rock versus Cody and Roman Reigns. No reason.
I mean, you look at Netflix when it's on WWE on Netflix. You're gonna see commercials for the first time ever on Netflix.
Yeah, because it's gonna be live. They're gonna stream Raw live.
Oh well, that's whatever.
Yeah, I'm not. I won't pay money for their pay-per-views. I won't. I'll get WrestleMania. I'll get Royal Rumble and probably SummerSlam. But I will not. Like, it'll make me watch them less. Like, to be honest.
Wait, are they going to charge for pay-per-views on Netflix?
No, we were just talking if they go to that model. Like, we're gonna fuck that shit.
No,
like,
they're still gonna stay on Peacock with all that stuff. It's just Raw that's going to Netflix. Like how? Like I forgot to ask too. I might as well just ask here because maybe they'll give us a little bit of an answer. The Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight, is that? It just if you have the Netflix subscription?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal right there. I mean, so if WWE could land something like that, which I mean, at that point you'd have to go up, I think, a little bit, probably. I mean, I imagine it would go up because I don't know. Got to make the money somewhere.
Netflix is already, what's it, 12, 14 bucks?
What do I have? I think I have the $7.99 one, right? Just digital. No.
Is there a 7? Okay. Is there a 7?
It might be a little more than that. But I don't even have like
the
4K.
When Raw comes, you'll have to get whatever the premium is to get Raw. I guarantee it, or you'll have to pay something extra.
Then I'm gonna have some problems.
There's no way they're gonna let you for the $7.99 version.
Yeah, they just want us to pirate everything, don't they? All right, I can do it.
No, they might because they're already paying. It's Netflix is probably gonna get the money for the ads, so Netflix would book the ads, so they're making money on the ads.
Would want it? Maybe they'll actually do something that services the fans and just give us a cheap alternative. Maybe that'd be great. It doesn't seem like it with WrestleMania tickets being $1.5 million for a 2-night combo. Like, it doesn't seem that's the way they're going. It seems like they're going the gouging way. And
correct.
Well, they know that when inflation happens and prices go up, like eventually your income will balance out because we'll put pressure on employers. This is more of a country thing, but like they're just like people are just going to get used to spending X amount of dollars.
And that's how it happens. That's why we all fucking spend monthly on whatever monthly fucking shit we spend it on.
Yep. And then we just get used to it and we make cuts in our regular life to afford it. And you know what I mean? Like we just end up doing it. So they know that.
I don't want to get this broken arm fixed. I got to pay for Apple Music,
Yeah. It's going to fucking watch Raw.
Health insurance? Fuck that.
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix and Game Pass. What are you fucking talking about, bitch?
So much for the yearly guys trip we've loved for years. I'm not a fucking gazillionaire.
Yeah,
those tickets were kind of ridiculous. I looked at them too. I was in the queue. I was like, you know what?
I'm so disappointed.
I'm gonna buy another piece of property instead. Like,
seriously,
that's literally what we said. Where I was like, yeah, we're just gonna do that instead.
Yeah,
because even like if you went for one night
at that sports book or whatever, like you don't have to be there. There are gonna be some like watch parties that'll be just.
There'll be another place that'll charge like $20 a head or whatever and let you in there, or $30 a head even, like, and we'll go in there.
Are you guys still gonna come out for Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
But we're
just going to put it together.
You're just not going to the event.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, we're not going to go to the event. Yeah. We'll get an Airbnb and I would like to go see the Hall of Fame, but we'll see how fucking expensive that is. The SmackDown and
let's all stay at Cousin's house.
I was gonna say I'm an hour and 45 minutes. What was I gonna say about that? Oh, we're gonna try to do Raw though. We're gonna see if we can go to the Raw.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So That might be fun. Or maybe the NXT. Maybe you can at least do that.
Yeah, Raw after Mania, like that would be cool. I've never been to a Raw after Mania, so that would be kind of like a thing on the bucket list.
Yeah, either way. Yeah, well, we'll see when those tickets go on sale and the NXT takeover.
Yeah,
maybe even that's
I would love to see. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Or there's tons of indie shows. Or we'll go to fucking WrestleCon, like on Saturday. We'll go to WrestleCon on Saturday, see an indie show or something.
GCW.
You know what? We've never actually done that and done the indie.
See, that would be the fun. Yeah,
that's why Joe said, because Joe came up with the idea. He's like, if it's fucking too expensive, fuck it. He's like, we've never been to some of these other things. We're always at Mania, so we hear of all these other things going on. But yeah, just go. And that's when I was like, let's try to do the Hall of Fame. I've never been to
see some like
Bloodsport.
Like
we'll see the Bloodsport.
Cool
Josh
New
Barnett.
Japan. Yeah, New Japan. I think we'll have a show that weekend too, and everything. So that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
We'll see some fucking AEW stars on New Japan anyway, because Mox always wrestles there, and
And I mean, just random appearances from WWE people and GCW and stuff like that, like how they have Shayna Baszler and how they have Josh Briggs and whatever the other guy. They're both the other guy.
And when we went to WrestleCon for New Orleans, when we went, I had so much fun.
Oh yeah, that shit was
even
fun.
Though being super hungover. Like I had so much fun there or whatever. Like, so I'd love to do that. We didn't go last year because the convention sucked and like all that. Jonathan and Tyler did. They went to WrestleCon, but we didn't last year.
Yeah, WrestleCon, that would be fun.
So yeah, I'd love to do like a, and then we'll go back to the Airbnb or whatever and just watch it on the network.
We'll see if we can book the O.W.P. at Planet Hollywood or something for Unscripted. Just kidding.
I like it.
Yeah, people get out of the way. Like we act like everyone's there for us. And all, we're blocking a fire exit.
We're just in like a booth at a Denny's. And so the weekend, guys, and
have that fucking that camera close up, like when the wrestlers are walking out from the back. Dun, 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 dun. Just playing that music the whole time while we're walking around. That walkout music. They're fucking funny.
Yeah, we still got time to think about it, but it's disappointing. And even if they come down a little bit, even the prices coming down a little bit are still ridiculous. Like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
Because we're already going to pay $18 a tall boy.
Yeah.
Probably more than that, dude. You're going to pay more than that. Mm-hmm. You're going to pay like $22 probably. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
It's better just to buy a bunch of shit and go back to the Airbnb and watch WrestleMania and barbecue or cook or whatever.
Bring in a vape.
Fucking
ganja vape.
Bring in a bunch of shit.
Vegas used to be fun. God.
Well, Laughlin's better now. I like Laughlin better. It's more chill.
I like
more relaxed.
I know.
I can see
it's changed a lot from our Halloween Havoc days. Man, just never going to be the same.
It's not.
Those were so fun. Going to Halloween Havoc and just getting drunk and having cheaper beers.
Probably like $1.
Going down. Remember when downtown used to be super cheap? I know we're talking about Vegas now. Downtown Fremont Street would be so cheap. I'd go and get like a tall can for like $3. Like now it's almost as bad as
we would buy the coupon book and like wait in a shitty casino for 2 hours to get a free hot dog, a free beer, free nachos.
Yeah. Or sit and pretend that we were gambling so we could get free drinks. And we'd get like
when people were cool. Yeah, people used to be cool back then too.
Now you can't get a bottle of water for under $12.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're getting old. And
get off my lawn.
That's fine.
Yeah, no,
that's fine. You know what? The older you get, the more you agree with get off my lawn.
Trust me, if you find bliss,
1,000%.
I don't. Fucking like
every
anybody.
stage of your life, if you're conscious of every stage that you're going into in your life, and you find bliss in that stage, I think that's really all you can ask out of life.
Yep.
Like just make sure you're kind of in the moment. I guess I know that sounds super corny.
Nope.
Well, that was the last time.
And that was our live podcast.
Yep, that was our. Jess found his bliss. I'm like, you know what? I feel pretty.
And the last thing he said was,
God, that's how it always happens, huh? Like, right when you find that moment, it's like you fucking die of a fucking.
Yeah, that's when it goes usually. Like, you know what? Stupid. I think I figured out the secret to. And that's it. Fuck. Like
we were talking about before we started. Like you live for the weekends, right? And then by the time like midday Sunday, you get the Sunday scaries or whatever. You begin to kind of dread instead of just like you got half a day left, but instead you just go to like. Life.
Yes. At noon on Sundays, I just start getting irritated and I start putting out my shit for the next day and, getting the kids' stuff ready. And then, God, I'm doing this because tomorrow is back to work, back to school for the kids. Like, yeah, it's just like, got to learn how to enjoy Sundays all the way through.
Which is why they shouldn't charge $3,000 a ticket for Mania because that's our release.
Somehow this all connects. I don't know
how.
You're
getting in the way of my bliss.
Smiles on our faces and they're not doing that right now. With those fucking prices. That's what they're supposed to do.
WWE is preventing me from understanding what the bliss is of this stage of my life.
Speaking of bliss, did you read the story today that some dude lost $1 million?
Yes.
Was it
giving it to a person
somebody
who was impersonating Alexa Bliss?
How do people I just don't understand. How do you fall for that? You think of all the fucking people in the world, Alexa Bliss is, I mean, well, obviously he had $1 million to fucking give out, so I guess he must have thought he was someone, Fuck, dude. But dude, some of the other ones, you see so many. I forgot what Crystal was watching something of a YouTuber or someone that was pretending they were Sasha Banks or someone, and they were talking to someone, and then they had a bunch of fake Sasha Bank accounts, and they were talking to them, and the person fucking believed it.
Yeah,
it's you were talking to I think they said you're talking to 22 different accounts. You think it's really her?
All of them are Sasha.
Yeah, you really think it was her? It's just some of these.
Hey, it's me, Sasha. Listen, I need $200 to get to AEW. My car broke down. Can you help me?
Hey, money.
Yeah, of course.
I don't got no money right now.
But aren't you
And I remember that was the thing too. They showed the conversation he was having with the account and stuff like that, and he was like, "Aren't you making money because you're you're wrestling something my checks or something?" No, God, it wasn't Sasha. It was Liv Morgan. It was a Liv Morgan fake account.
Oh,
that's what it was. It was a fake Liv Morgan account. God, I wish I could find. I have to find that video. What they do stuff like that too. Sometimes on Unscripted, just weird wrestling related videos or something like that.
Actually, it's so funny you say that. This past week, I was thinking about that, or even grab clips from other shitty dirt sheet sites, and just rip into them,
clips and
just be like,
memes. Just go through wrestling memes and just look at the stupid memes and gifs that they have.
Well, fuck, we just gave the idea to rebirth. I don't know, Unscripted.
Yeah, because that's what everyone likes to watch now. Us reacting to fucking look at that. Oh my god.
We should be playing shit and just going what did that idiot Meltzer say? And,
we'll get the rage.
We'll play him in the corner.
We'll get the rage clicks there.
Yeah.
Meltzer owns half of AEW.
I see stupid news fucking articles.
It's money. Meltzer holding money. It's not real Meltzer's hands either.
They got me. Yeah,
how much do wrestlers really make?
Yeah. How much do wrestlers really make?
A lot of people in the locker room are outraged at Bobby Lashley's income. And then it's
They even did a good job of kind of doing that little stuff.
WWE doesn't want you to know this about this wrestler. All this stupid fucking shit.
The real reason why Bobby Lashley left WWE, and then it shows Triple H looking at him with a weird look.
Bobby Lashley's not happy.
Let's fucking do it. Next week, we'll have clips. I'm going to find shit that Alvarez says or Meltzer says, and we're going to mock them forever.
We should just fucking freeball it too, though. Just go on our X account.
Grab some shit.
Just go on the X account and just scroll through because it's all wrestling related
scroll
shit.
Through. Yeah, exactly. You start calling them out.
Just fucking see what idiot fans. You know what? Fuck it. I was gonna be nice. I'm not gonna be fucking nice. Idiot fans out there on the internet. Yeah, we can look at all their stupid posts and what they think fucking how Survivor Series should be booked or how this wrestler should be pushed. What character they should bring back or this or that. Yeah.
Oh, it's all if you read the comments, it's just what a waste. I'm like, what? They take it off Jay. I guess this push is over. I'm like, or not.
A bunch of
Unscripted. All right. Well, I guess. Craig, where are we going to be seeing that?
I censored my
We'll see you at the matches.
All right.
Not WrestleMania matches, that's for sure.
No, not those. Not those.
Not those.
The cheap ones in the parking lot outside
the
Circus
indie
Circus.
matches. We'll see you at the indie matches next year.
Yeah. Northwest Las Vegas Wrestling Association. We'll see those matches.